Sorry, my bad. Yeah. No, hello, Will, and hello, Marco. Yeah. So sound should be fine now. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start the flight. Start. Smart cars is running.
Perfect.
So let's start up everything. Beacon. So anti-collision nav light on.
Cockpit lights, maybe.
Let's do prime that. Props for forward, mixtures for rich. And then let's have a look. Let's see if we can start the engine. Clear prop. No, that did not work. Oh, hang on.
I hope.
Oh, I know why. This
Fuel selector. And the cutoff.
Yeah, no, I need to put the throttle cord into the Cessna.
First of all, try to switch on your avionics master. Let's see if your GTN is working. For me, it didn't work for the first moment.
Okay.
I needed to update.
Okay, but when? When did that happen?
Yeah, on the last 414 update, I think, which was last days. I updated yesterday, and my GTN didn't work.
Okay, starting up.
Yeah, it's working fine. Maybe switch on the cockpit lights, because and it's looking better.
Now we are. Hang on, let me see. We are in real time, I think. So let me just check again. Time. No, not real time. Sorry, we put it to 1:34 local time, 23rd of May. So this is what it actually looks like in Norway at the moment, at this late hour.
This is not the weather file.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So let me load that. And that was called Norway.
Ohne Schnee.
Norway. Ohne Schnee. There we go.
Without snow.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, there we go. So that's loaded. So we're going to set the origin. We're flying from Echo November Hotel Victor. And we're flying to... No, disregard. Cancel. No, this one. So we're going removed. So we are flying from Echo November Hotel Foxtrot.
Exactly. To Hotel Victor.
Okay, the approach.
The approach is the localizer approach.
Bravo, okay.
Yeah, no transitions. And maybe we have to do some tricks
Okay,
to make it work.
Yeah.
And we need 2 en route waypoints.
Mm-hmm.
The first one is ULPAP, Uniform Lima Papa Alpha Bravo.
Hold on.
Scroll to the end, and there you have a button en route waypoints.
Yeah. That's called what?
Uniform Lima Papa Alpha Bravo. Uniform Lima Papa Alpha Bravo.
Ulbap.
Papa Alpha Bravo, yes.
So, yeah, that's after Hammerfest. Okay. Oh, it sequenced it automatically. That's nice. All right. And
yeah, it's put it after the takeoff.
Yep.
And you know you can insert after Foxtrot November 186.
Yeah, the waypoint uniform Uniform Lima Alpha Papa Bravo.
No, that's wrong. Uniform Lima Papa Alpha Bravo.
Okay.
Do we have the second waypoint, Black Box?
Hang on. Second waypoint is what?
Foxtrot November 186. After Ulpap.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can delete from the localizer approach the first waypoint because it does not fit very good into our route.
It doesn't know Uniform November 186.
Foxtrot November 186.
Yeah. Okay. And then?
And then from the approach itself, you can delete the first two waypoints, I would say. It will start then with Foxtrot 203.
Okay. Waypoint info.
Click on and then remove. Oh, it can't remove. Okay. And then
no,
we need to do a direct later on.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, cool. So I would be ready.
Could you tell me the second waypoint? I had problems with input. Uniform.
Second waypoint is Foxtrot November 186. And Black Box, you need to switch to GPS.
Yep. Give me a second. I also need to get rid of the chocks.
And the GPU.
Okay, WIPUP and FN 186. And the approach?
The approach is the localizer approach to runway. Yeah, we need to do a kind of circling approach. We will circle to runway 08. You will see the localizer is a huge offset, and we need to circle around to runway 08.
No.
Where are you going to, Black Box?
I need a pushback.
Okay. I think don't try a GSX for pushback.
I
It
know.
will crash you.
Okay.
Maybe use slew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
So we will do uphill takeoff.
Mm-hmm.
I will go first, I think.
Yeah. Nice. So all in all, we're 4 people today. That's good.
Alex is flying with us.
Nice. Brandon, did you fly any airliners the last couple of days on Microsoft Flight Sim?
Yes, I flew yesterday the Phoenix.
Okay. Did you notice any FPS issues?
Yeah, I always have FPS issues, and yesterday it was again that my simulator was stuttering. I had 25 FPS, which is not that much, but Phoenix cost 10 FPS,
Mm-hmm.
and it was every second it's stuck for a tenth of a second.
Okay, that's
It
annoying.
looked almost like a heartbeat in a simulator, which was really annoying.
Have you got any idea what's causing the freezes?
I don't know. I already had it in the 414 some weeks ago as well, and after complete computer restart and simulator restart, it was gone.
Maybe
But
time.
actually-
I knew you have a good GPU, but maybe you need to upgrade the rest as well.
Yes, my CPU is not that good.
Mm.
That's right. Come on. So, no flaps and check trim.
What flight level? I took 50.
2500.
Okay.
So I think everybody almost ready. So now let's go.
Yeah. Ready. Ready when you are.
I am.
Let's go. I love that sound.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's a nice plane.
Yeah. Oh, that's bright.
Oh, I barely make it over the mountain.
Ready? Okay.
Okay, autopilot on.
Hey, Kiwi, how you doing? Currently on vacation, Norway. Nice. You flew to Kristiansand last week with lovely brush. Lovely. What, you flying yourself or? Reynolds really climbing like a bat out of hell here.
Yeah, but I'm flying slowly, but climbing like hell. Okay, 2,500 arrived. And isn't it crazy? We have 1:30 in the night and we have sunshine.
Yeah. I remember many years ago, maybe 10 years ago, I was in Stavanger, pretty much midsummer. So it literally, the darkest that it got was this, at like 1 in the morning, and then it went bright again. Really weird.
Yeah, I did holidays many times in Denmark, in the northern part of Denmark, and there it was as well. In the night at 1 o'clock, you had some kind of sunshine, but not the sun was not up, but you can see some enlightened sky.
Okay. Which fix are you flying to exactly, Ronald?
Second,
Which fix are you navigating to right now?
actually I'm flying to Ulpap.
Okay.
And we will pass the North Cape today.
Oh, nice.
Today we will have our most northern airport in the tour, except one which will come later on.
So let's do prop sync on. So Kiwi writes he went to Norway and with the Norwegian Airlines he started his PPL a couple of years ago, but had to cancel it due to a new job situation. Ah, okay, so you're on vacation and traveled there. Okay, cool. So Brandon, did you? I mean, I know that you tried to go down to Croatia, but I think it was a very wise decision not to go because you saw the amount of rain they had in Italy.
Yeah,
Really?
it was so terrible weather for weeks, and when I look into the actual weather forecast, you will see it is still bad. You can't go over the Alps because there is all the day, all the time. There is snow and rain and thunderstorms, and the Etna is spying
Oh, yeah.
right now.
Yeah, you're right.
And
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah, I read that. Yeah.
Have you been there in the last time?
No, it was in Catania like 2 or 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, okay.
But it's only smoking a little bit, so nothing to report there. But now, yeah, it has erupted. Yeah.
I don't know if Catania is still closed, but it was closed.
Okay.
And I saw pictures with a lot of snow. I mean 20 centimeters of snow, not snow,
Ash. Yeah.
ash
Yeah.
on the cars and so.
Yeah. So let's have a look at the charts here. Charts.
And it could have been possible that we stayed just in this time there in Sicily.
Okay.
And with that ash, I think we were stuck there.
Yeah. Okay, so for my pre-planning then,
Yeah, have a good look into the charts because it's some kind of interesting approach.
okay, so it's a localized approach.
And have a look to the runway direction.
Okay. Yeah, so we're landing to the east or?
Yes, because we have wind from there.
Okay.
08, I think 008 is the number.
Okay. And let me have a look at the airport info. The runway has a length of 921 meters. Yeah, 08. And the localizer obviously is offset.
Yeah, huge offset.
60, almost 60 degrees. Yeah. So from the approach, it says circling not authorized south of the airport, so you have to circle north. So it'll be a left-hand pattern. And the circling is going to be in about 1,200 feet, 1,250, somewhere in that region. It's interesting how often you have circling approaches here, right? With the huge offsets.
Yeah, I think it comes from the mountains, because sometimes the airports are surrounded by mountains, so you can't approach from the correct path. You need the circle.
Yeah. So guys, zooming out a bit on the map here, just to give you an impression of where we are. So down here, oops, down here, right, there's Oslo, right, Stavanger Bergen on this side, and this is how far north we've gotten now. Absolutely incredible.
Almost the most north part of Europe.
Yeah. I find it so hard to imagine that, yeah, you're just so far north that right now, even though it's not even midsummer, you just do not have nighttime. It's just still bright.
I don't know how they sleep when they have sunshine 24 hours.
Well, I guess they need a good shade or something.
Yeah, you need it. Or you need some shades on your eyes.
Yeah.
Kind of a sleeping glasses. I don't know how it's called in English.
Like a sleeping mask or something?
A sleeping mask, yeah. trainings, Blackbox?
Reserve for August for the 747 and 787 fixed planned in September. So
Okay.
let's see.
Then for sure this year. Interesting. And how long do it need?
Depends. Depends on whether or not. So if I go into 787, whether or not I have to do the 777 rating first, and then do the 787 rating afterwards. That could take half a year.
Okay.
Otherwise, about 3 to 4 months.
Okay. I think that will be a lot of work.
Yeah. But I'm looking forward to it. I mean, it's something, yeah, definitely hard work, but I mean, it's very rewarding, of course, on one hand. On the other hand, it means that I'm, being forced to look into all of the books again.
Okay.
Yeah, and especially with long range, learn all about the regional procedures again. And I mean, that gives a couple of nice topics here for the stream as well. So.
Of course, yes. But I think it will not be that easy because we are sometimes getting a little bit older than the times where we were young, and it was easy to learn everything. And in the higher ages, it is a bit more difficult to learn all the stuff.
Yeah, I agree on that. But then again, I mean, it can't hurt trying to get your brain cells trained again.
Yeah, of course.
Kiwi writes he went on the boat to Hurtigruten. Yeah, that's on my bucket list as well. Have you been on the Hurtigruten, Brennert?
No, I haven't. But it is interesting to me. But I think I would prefer to do Norway with a normal cruise ship, because they are a bit more comfortable, have more restaurants, bars, and so on.
Yeah. Yeah, I understand that. Yeah. I mean,
And the Hurtigruten has some other problems. They stop in all the harbors only for 2 hours because they are post ships, and they only unload and load, and then they go on. And the cruise ships stop normally for a complete day or sometimes longer, so you have much more time to explore the surrounding. But the Hurtigruten has an advantage. You can go off the ship, can let the ship go, and then you can continue your tour with the next one.
Yeah.
You can maybe catch a hotel and stay 1 or 2 days in a city and continue the tour with the next ship.
Yeah. Are aircraft engines more reliable than car engines? I don't think so, per se, but I think one thing that makes aircraft more reliable is that they have much more stringent maintenance intervals, including checks and so on. So considering that each pilot does a walk around in the pre-flight inspection, checks the engine oil every time. I mean, if you lose the engine in flight, well, that's a little bit more severe than having the engine fail on a car.
And it depends on the type of engine. I think turbine engines are very, very, very reliable. That is not comparable to car engines, because they don't have some pistons which go up and down and have some wear. They only have the rotating turbine blades and axis.
Yeah.
And I can talk for ultralight aircraft, microlight aircrafts. They have a kind of a very, very simple engine, not complicated, not high-tech, and so they have not so much things which can go broken.
Yeah. Akaria, doing well. How are you doing? So, the point of interest that we installed.
Almost reaching it.
Okay.
I think I will decelerate a bit.
Yeah.
So we can look a little bit. I think let's decelerate to 140.
Okay.
And you can see here to our right side there is a very small, very sharp peninsula. This is the northernmost point of the continent. And the North Cape is not placed there. It is on the next peninsula, which is not that far north. But there is more space for parking slots and for buildings and so on. So they made this for the North Cape.
Okay. Well, if car engines had a propeller, then I guess they would. We're turning right, correct?
Correct, yes. Oh, where are you? You're very close to me, right?
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
So I'm going to have a look here at the. So this is the.
Sorry.
So there's got it's like a statue there or something. On that car park, or.
There's car park. There is a North Cape Hallen, they call it. It's a building. I don't know what there is in. I think restaurant, hotel maybe, and the museum.
Mm-hmm.
And in front of this, from other position in front of it, there is a very small, globus.
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of globus.
I saw pictures
This
of that.
is
Yeah.
this is the North Cape, I think, monument.
What I will do, I can pause the sim and I go outside and have a quick look here. So this is also a freeware add-on.
Yeah. In default, you can't see there anything. There is only a very small house and no parking and no monument and nothing.
So active pause. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I saw. I'm sure that people saw pictures of that as well. Somewhere.
Yeah, and there you can see in the
Yeah.
front, there is this monument.
Yeah.
It is very famous.
Yeah. Look at that. Beautiful. Who was there? Maybe someone here in chat has been here. It wouldn't surprise me.
I have never been there.
Lots of cars here. So imagine how far you need to drive to get here.
Yeah, if you start in Germany, then you have to do a lot of way. But you can try to fly to Königsweg, where we are going right now, and it's not far.
Okay. Right, let's slow down again, and we need to get to 2,500. And then
Localizer frequency and so on.
yeah,
I forgot.
108.1.
Yeah. Thank you.
Climb up further, trade some speed here. 203 inbound course. So, flight director. And let's go flight plan. And we'll go direct.
So I think we have to descend to 1,800.
Okay. Hang on, 2,000. Ah, yeah, okay, so there we go, alright.
And I think I will switch to heading mode and then activate the localizer.
So let's go flight plan direct to here. Activate. The scenery, look at that, that's incredible.
Fantastic, yeah.
Only a 3,200 kilometer drive. Yeah, I mean, you would go here by boat and then just hop off and then. So Key was there. He's just very touristic. So you have to pay extra for everything, really. Okay.
Yeah, this thing is made for tourists, of course.
So I'm just going to go on heading here. Heading, switch to view or log. The ILS should be indicating. And hey, Celestial Navigator, how you doing? Nice to see you. Here comes one set of flaps. Just waiting for the white arc to arrive here. There we go. I'm going to press the approach button here. So localizer is now activating. Descent point is at roughly 1 point something miles.
The approach button doesn't work for me. I have to press nav. Or are you still on GPS mode?
No, I'm on local.
Okay.
The only thing I don't have yet is a glide slope indication.
You can't have it because it is not an ILS.
That's true. Thanks for reminding me. So we're descending at Mike Lima 2.
I'm going slow.
So let's have a look. Gears coming down. It's like photorealistic scenery here, isn't it? The airport should be there. So I'm going to try to get hold of the runway. Oh, I can see the runway now. Okay, cool. So we've got a circle to the north of, to the north of that. And then 1,200 feet was the pattern. I don't know how you're supposed to fly this, but let's try it. Very interesting, right? But continue to descend, so completely visual now. Flight director off. Your damper off. Wow, okay. That's a very interesting kind of approach. So there's the threshold there. I think if you fly this for the first time in real life, you would have sweaty palms. So I'm just going to go over the hump there, and then I'm going to try to turn base and final. Try and judge the descent. Threshold. So descend here over the water. Going to turn base. I mean, look at the mountains there. You got to be so careful not to hit it. That raid altimeter. Right, so let's have a look. See if we can see the threshold there. Okay, let's get it coming down. Wow, this is another very exciting approach, and the runway isn't really that long. Oh my god. Come on. Yeah, rather be down with a positive landing rate, but down safely. Wow, that's another very interesting approach.
Can't even see the runway. Ah, there it is.
The audio keeps clipping. Okay. Not sure, maybe anybody else can confirm or deny. Audio's fine. Okay, so maybe that's just YouTube again that's doing some stuff. Right, I'm going to wait at the other end until you guys land. Wow, that's exciting. Audio's fine. Thank you, Mikbet. Hey, nice to see you. Danny, thanks. Okay. Is that you, Brennell, just touching down?
Yeah, that's me going around.
Ah, okay. Hopefully not
I think
because
I need to activate my head tracking here.
Okay.
Can't judge the runway.
Okay, alright, so backtrack, get onto the apron. Thank you, Jambo. Nice to see you too. Wow, what an exciting approach. Yeah.
You can always go around if it don't look right coming down. Don't wait until your sideways baby sliding on the ground. You can always go around.
Senshai, nice to see you. Senshai, yeah, I'll contact you with a little bit more work to do. So may have seen I've posted a couple of shorts videos on YouTube. I'd love to have them somewhat organized on the website, which would be cool. Because otherwise, I do plan to do some more, and I know that it'll get lost in translation at some point. Yeah, that would be really cool, Senshai. I'll get in contact with you tomorrow. So while we wait for the next to land, I didn't see anyone. Oh, there we are. 2 aircraft in very short succession there. Flying the pilot.
It's a really interesting approach here.
It is, right? Because it's like continuous turn until touchdown. There we go. Looks good. Right. For me, it doesn't look like as if the gear's not down, but could just be that's a synchronization thing. Oh no, he's got the gear down. GG, good landing there. I have a feeling someone landed without the gear.
I did it. Yeah, it looks like, but it's gears down.
Okay.
Where are you, Black Box?
On the apron.
Okay. Where's
So-
the apron?
He takes it back, and so I have to do the next flight here. Fly legs. So now we're flying.
Someone still in approach, or everybody down?
Meham Airport. We're going now. Right, smart cars. Yeah, there's someone on the downwind right now.
Yeah. I think Jeremiah should land it.
Which direction are we taking off in?
I have to do,
I think we take off in the same direction where we landed.
Okay.
So runway is vacated.
Mhm. So we all have the Cessnas 414s. Beautiful. Really nice.
Yeah, it's a nice aircraft. So, good. Flight plan. Anyway, let's have a look for Jeremiah's landing.
Mhm. Yeah, looking good. GG, there's the landing gear as well. Yeah, nice one. Cool.
Wonderful. Good landing. I was the only one who needed a go around.
Always good to do a go around instead of running over the end of the runway or
Good
Yeah,
night,
exactly.
breaking landing gear.
black box.
I was a bit too high and too fast, so couldn't get down.
Lee, mach's gut, vielen, vielen Dank. Ja, bis die Tage. Bleib gesund. And Martin, hello.
So the next one is an easy one, 36 miles only, and we will do the RNAV. Let me see. The RNAV 0 something. 35. RNAV 35.
Okay.
Okay, Brynhild, thanks for the interesting approach this evening.
Welcome.
I will stop for today. Tomorrow I
Okay.
have to get up early in the morning.
Oi, okay.
Have a nice flight.
Yeah, thanks for
Bye.
joining.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Good
good
night.
luck.
Yeah, good night to you. My hotel, there we go. So GPS 35.
No, not GPS. RNAV 35.
Yeah, it is.
Which is different.
Okay. 35. Right.
So I'm using the transition pinel, and then you can already use load and activate.
Mm-hmm.
So then we're in direct. So our altitude is 4,000
Roger.
cruising.
Yeah.
Okay. Then back to GPS. And nav mode. At speed 1500. So I think I'm ready.
Yep, me too.
Good. Let's go. Maybe one time I will see this airport in real life.
Oh, that would be cool. Make some pictures.
Yeah, I will do. Because Herbert has plans to fly to the North Cape, and
Oh, wow.
this is this airport here.
Nice.
But it's difficult with the weather.
Yeah. Yeah, danke Lee. Yeah, I guess it's more a thing regarding yes, more in summertime. Avoid cold temperatures and snow.
Yes, of course. But Norway is not that reliable in regards of good weather.
Oh, Danny, you asked landing the A320 here? I don't think so. 900 meters?
Impossible. But you can try a Dash 8, which is very challenging, I think.
Okay. Look at all the. Your door handle is is moving in the wind there.
My door handle,
Yeah.
really? Okay.
Good
I
night,
think I'm
black
ready.
box.
Yeah.
Flaps up, don't forget.
Yeah, flaps are up. Jeremiah, thanks for joining. Yeah, good night.
Stationary
Yeah, stay safe.
accelerating.
Mhm.
After takeoff, left turn. So then we need to climb a bit.
Yeah.
I think I will go to heading mode. So now turning right.
Yeah.
And then I will do direct Pinel.
Yeah. Two.
Activate at enough mode.
Yeah. Checked. Checked. Right. And we can clear those mountains. Yeah. It's interesting that they have like photorealistic scenery up here.
Yeah, wonderful, really. The mountains are looking very realistic,
Yeah.
not that roundish like sometimes in other regions or in other simulators. It's looking very good.
Absolutely.
Because I will add a last flight to the Norway tour,
Okay.
which is not doable with the 414. We will use an airliner for that.
Oh, okay.
Because we will fly to Spitsbergen.
Ah, nice. Okay.
Have you ever been there in a simulator?
I don't remember. I mean, if we never did a group flight there, I don't think so.
Yeah, maybe we will do it as a group flight.
Mhm.
Everybody who like can take part.
Yeah.
So let's have a look into the charts for the approach. I think it's more an easy approach, the next one.
Over the coal, using grid navigation. Good God. I would have to dive deep into my books from flight school to learn about that again.
Until Pinel, then we can descend to 3000 until MH501 and then further descend to 2000.
So let's pull up the approach. Yeah, so we're going from Pinio to Mike Hotel 501. Just wondering, flight plan. Okay, so we can take. How can we take that out? Wait, put info back. Menu.
What will you do?
I'm trying to find a way to delete the.
Constraints?
Yeah, no, not the constraint. A waypoint. So now, for example, I could go proceed direct to there. So that works.
Usually you can push on the waypoint and then remove, but sometimes if it is part of an approach procedure, then you can't delete it for some reason.
Yeah, looks like it. Okay, so we're coming past Pinyon anyway, so we've already gone towards Mike Hotel 501. You can see that here. And then we'll go and turn final. So we have currently, how many miles? Let's have a look.
I have 18 miles to the waypoint.
About 23, I think, yeah. Oh yeah, and we have that topic again. So whenever I see the EGNOS, and I'll make a short video about this as well. So the EGNOS SBAS GPS system, so satellite-based augmentation system. So when you have a receiver and the equipment to fly and use the EGNOS system, then you can actually use that LPV minimum. So localizer performance with vertical guidance minimum. And again, the cool thing is, it's based on the GPS signals, which get a correction signal from ground stations for any error. And then the accuracy is increased that way, and also it kind of simulates a localizer and a glide path beam. So that means the closer you get to the runway, the more sensitive the localizer and glide slope indications will get, just like on the real ILS. But again, that's completely based on GPS data and NAF database data. So, but very interesting, very cool to fly.
Does your airline now have Airbuses equipped with SBAS? Or
No,
do you-
no.
No plans to do that? I think more and more airports do have such approaches.
I think, Breno,
Even in Europe.
the moment will come, because officially at this very point of time, LPV approaches are still non-precision approaches.
Okay.
So no autoland and the minimas obviously are higher than with the ILS approaches and so on. So, well, although I mean the LPVs can go down to 200 feet, just like ILS Cat 1 minimas, but not below that right now.
Yeah, but I think it's the minimas are better than for other not ILS equipped airports, right?
Yeah, sure, but depends. So the airlines normally fly to airports that have at least an ILS approach or something. So currently, there's no need to install expensive equipment and train the pilots, etc.
You do not have any airports without ILS?
Maybe just one runway where on one side you have ILS, on the other side you have a localizer or something, but
Okay.
or just an RP approach. But again, it's so rare that we have to divert because we don't have an ILS approach and the weather's so bad. Yeah, so Danny, it is a complex topic if you start out. So if you see the three minimas that usually are accompanied with RP approaches, you have LNAV minimum, VNAV LNAV, so LNAV VNAV, sorry, and the LPV. And the pure LNAV approach means you have a lateral guidance with 0.3 nautical miles left and right of centerline for the final approach part. But for the descent, you have to do that with flight path vector, so flight path angle or vertical speed mode. And there is no automatic vertical guidance with that approach. So the minimas usually are higher because again that's a linear approach as well. So the 0.3 nautical miles left and right stays linear to the runway. And if you do an LNAV VNAV, that is also a linear approach. And the vertical path is calculated by the FMS system and takes into account things like the wind situation, etc., etc. So it will tell you a deviation, high or low, of that programmed profile. So you have an indicator on the side, just like a glide slope indication. In the A320, it's a kind of a brick. And it's linear as well, because the deviation is always 100 and 200 feet high and low. Right. And the LPV, again, the LPV is just completely different in the sense that the indications will get more and more sensitive, so it's not linear, it's angular. As you can see here on the chart, those dashed lines, that's angular in shape, hence it shows you the more sensitive deflections. So right here at the beginning, at about 5 miles, you would have somewhere in the region of, I would say 500 feet deviation, so 2 dots up and a high or low, so 500 from the center, while when you are getting close to the minimas, 2 dots only mean like 50 feet deviation in total, up or down below the path.
Forget to decelerate.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Yeah. It scales down. The thing is, it scales down normally. Is it 2 degrees angle, I think, and it goes down to a certain width. So the thing is that the calculations of that lateral beam, for example, originates from the opposite side of the runway, and it has a 2-degree angle, I think. So yeah, but again, I'll make a short video if I can put it into a short video. I don't even think that's even possible, to be fair, because it is a topic that's quite complex. So
You are still very fast.
yeah, I am. Wow, I love how look at how the terrain there looks, and it's so beautiful. So now we're going to descend to 2,000 feet.
At which point can we press the approach button?
Once you're inside on your course to the final descent point, which is Mike Hotel 500.
Oh, yeah.
The only issue I have currently, I'm a bit too fast, and there's the runway.
You can put the gear down and the flaps down.
Yeah. In the process of doing so, and let's press the approach button. Yeah, we've got a glide slope as well, indication, so that's interesting. But we're a bit high in the profile, so but it may capture. It has captured, fantastic. All we need to do now is slow down a bit. Right, let's go manual flight here. Get the aircraft slowed down. Deploy the anchor. Yeah, so the boxes below that, Danny, these are the required runway visibility or visibility values for the approach. There we go, got the glide slope. Again, That is a GPS guided slope, if you like. What I'm trying to figure out is if there's any way that we can identify the right signals, so that EGNOS frequency. I don't know if the Cessna 414 is capable of that.
I think it is not a question of the Cessna 414, it is more a question of the installed GPS system. And when it's retrofitted with, for example, GTN, and then why not?
Because normally, like, if I remember the Challenge 650 from Toto, it will tell you LPV on the display somewhere, so that you know that it's receiving everything and it can fly the LPV. If you go to the procedure page, you can identify the channel. Okay. Try not to stall the aircraft here. Yeah, you're gonna have to show me where I can see that. I'm trying to land the aircraft first. It's very, very bumpy. Let's get a little bit high here. But thank you so much, Robert, for the inputs. Appreciate that very much. Ooh, some power lines. You gotta be careful here.
It would be nice if you crash into the power lines that you crash the aircraft in a simulator. It should be simulated.
Yeah. I would assume the flashing light would guide us as being low right now, but look at the picture, it actually looks more like it's higher, so. And the runway isn't the longest. Oh, nice glare from that little lake there. Come on, hit the bump. Oof. Well, that's really slopey. Let's slow down here. Oh, you mean the real GTN? Okay, okay, yeah. It may not be. But you can tell me if I'm on the right page there. That'd be cool. Oh yeah, Danny, absolutely. People not knowing or not familiar with the surroundings of the airport and not preparing properly. You know, it's one of those things. So imagine, you know, everything that has to do with commercial flying. It's rigorously monitored, and you know, you have to check flights every half a year or year. You know, there's just no way to get around that. And then VFR flying, I don't. Maybe Reynolds will know. It's like every 2 years you have you got to fly all your hours in 2 years' time, and then you do a check flight, but every 2 years, I think. And then obviously most pilots will, you know, wait until they have a beautiful day without much wind, and then, you know, do 10 landings and then not fly for a couple of months again. So you just have to realize flying VFR is not a game or anything. You know, it's not as if you can say it's a, you know, hobby which can be taken lightly. That will get you killed very, very quickly, and anyone that you take with you on your flight. So the preparations you need to do going somewhere where you haven't been before. So let's say, you know, you think, oh, Norway is lovely. You know, I've got VFR, I've got PPL. I can hire a plane. So let's fly up, you know, to Norway. Well, it means rigorous preparations. weeks in advance, making lots of notes, you know, looking at all the resources you have available on the internet. Call up the airports. The airports normally have some more data as well. And it's these things where we professional pilots, we get that given to us. We have an EFB. You know, just type in the departure or the arrival airport, and you get all the info you need. Right, very simple, and you know you can ask your instructor or your fleet captain or something if you still got questions, right? There's even electronic or you know, computer-based training programs to help you you know, familiarize yourself with the airport. You don't really have that with VFR flying, right? But still, you have to so rigorously go through everything, make sure you know where are the control zones, what kind of airspace are you flying through. Is there a military airspace or whatever? You know, there's so much stuff, and then the weather as well. So IFR, well, I mean, you know, if it's cloudy and just file IFR, it's easy, right? You got your procedures, and that's it. But VFR, with the predictions sometimes not being so accurate regarding the weather, yeah, again, you just have to be so careful. Otherwise, you get yourself killed very quickly. So let's do tour center details. Go flying. And how often, Brynolf, do you follow that as well? How often do we hear, you know, here at least in Germany alone, of planes crashing? So you know, private planes crashing.
Very often, unfortunately,
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, that's exactly what I mean. It's not because, yeah.
But I think the most reason is to stall it on takeoff or on, yeah, mostly on takeoff or on approach. This is most often a reason for crashes.
Yeah, but then again, it's unfamiliar with the aircraft, or just not, you know, proficient enough, not flying often enough, or you know, flying normally when you have beautiful weather, and then being overpowered when actually the weather isn't optimum, right?
Yeah. And the next one is flying into IMC with an VFR aircraft, and if you are not trained in it, then you are dead.
It's one of those things actually. So if I do want to get my PPL back, I think I will as well have my IFR rating endorsed on that as well. So, and then fly with aircraft that can do IFR as well, so that I can switch if required. So the approach for the next,
it's expensive.
Yeah, of course.
Then you need to have a certified aircraft, which is very much more expensive than a microlight.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but you know, that's a decision I've got to make at some point. Which approach are we doing on the next airport?
We will do the 06. I think ANAF 06 will be the easiest one.
Yeah.
And we will backtrack for the takeoff.
Yeah. Hey, go for it. How much you're looking at with such capabilities? I mean, so if you're purely flying, you know, VFR with an ultralight, I don't know, Brendel, how much an hour? 100 euros or?
No, from ultralight, I would say 60 euros or 70 euros wet.
Mm-hmm.
That means with fuel.
Yeah. And on top of that, you have landing fees.
Landing fees, yes, but it's not cheap. It's not expensive. I would say on my home airport here, it's about 6 or 7 euros for a landing.
Okay. And then parking costs if you stay overnight?
Stay overnight is different. When you're only there for 1 or 2 days, then you pay 5 euros, 10
Really?
euros. It's different. But when you need to charter a hangar for
Mm.
your own aircraft, and
Yeah.
it can go from, I think, 50 euros a month to 500 euros a month,
Mm.
depending on the airport, depending on the hangar
Yep.
and your aircraft. And when you fly and certified aircraft like Cessna 172, then we talk about 150, 200 euros an hour
Yeah.
when you charter.
Yeah.
And when you have your own plane, then I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you want to buy a Cessna yourself, what's 150, 200,000 euros?
New price? No.
No. Used.
I use, yes, okay. It depends on the age of the aircraft. When you have one which is 30 years old, then it's cheaper.
Yeah, here in Europe, the prices are incredible high.
Yeah.
Ultralight, like the CT, it's about 60,000, 70,000 euros, I think.
New price?
Yeah.
No. The CT which Herbert has about 180,000.
You're joking.
No, it's real.
Jesus Christ.
I think when you buy it 6-7 years old, then you can have it for 80,000-90,000.
Okay. It's incredible.
Yeah, it's very expensive. Okay,
Hmm?
ready?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, then go.
Well, flight sim it is, yeah. I'm with you.
But it's a lot of fun to fly around in Europe, see so many airports, see so many landscapes, cities. It's very nice.
Yeah, absolutely. I can imagine. It's just, it's not cheap. Let's put it this way.
Yeah, on the last weekend, starting from Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we did a round trip of more than 2,000 kilometers. And you can't do that by car.
Yeah. I mean, flying does give you a sense of freedom, right? So you look down and you see the traffic jams on the motorways, and so you say, well,
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
just fly over that.
I don't have traffic lights, I don't have traffic jams, I don't have speed limits. I don't need to follow the roads, so just direct.
Yeah.
So I think we'll go to 2,000 again.
Okay.
Oh no, we need
You do have speed
we
limit.
need 4,000
Yeah.
for the
Yeah,
approach.
I thought so, yeah. You have 250 knots below 10,000. Yeah, that's true. I mean, we're talking about what, almost, let's say, 450 kilometers an hour. So I don't really see that as a speed limit per se. I mean, strictly speaking, yes, but you mean altitude, Danny? Danny was asking Brennett how high, at what altitude you normally fly around.
We normally fly around, I would say, between 1,500 feet. Sometimes if it is restricted by airspace and so, and over the Alps we fly up to 12,000 feet.
It's incredible, right?
Yeah, it's high. Look, the air's thin there. You feel it.
Well, yeah, I mean, 13,000 is the limit for you, so
Yeah, it's,
And even-
yeah.
even
that's
between
right.
10 and 13 it should be 30 minutes maximum. Without oxygen, that is.
Yeah. Yeah, but normally in Germany we only have up to 10,000 feet. Sometimes 8.5, 9.5, very rarely. but mostly I would say below 5,000 feet.
I remember when I flew with Herbert and we flew to Lübeck.
Yeah.
I always wanted to get like 2,500 feet, and Herbert was saying, no, let's stay down here, like 1,500 feet or something. And I was like, man, there's birds down here. No joke. There was huge birds, right? Like you know, seagulls and you name it. I had to call out these birds to him and say, you know, careful, there's another bird there. But he just wanted to look at the scenery, so I mean, he's used to it.
Yeah, when you're flying low, then you can see much more than when you fly high.
Absolutely. I was really impressed when he asked for the transition through the Hamburg CTR. Well, it was during the pandemic, or the later stages of the pandemic, so there wasn't much traffic at Hamburg at that time, and yeah, we got the transition, which was cool.
Yeah, we always get the transition. We transited already so much the Cologne airspace or Dortmund, Hamburg, Göteborg, Malmö, everything. The only one where we can't get a transit is Frankfurt.
Yeah,
They don't let us pass through.
the pattern is full.
It is, yes.
Yeah, me with sweaty hands, yeah. Yeah, it's just... The thing is, so the CT doesn't have a glass windshield. It's plastic. So I'm seriously... And this thing is fast. Right, so they call it ultralight, but yeah, it is fast. So hitting a bird with that little windshield...
There already exist much faster microlight aircrafts. For example, the Victor Lima 3, VL3, which can go up to 320 km per hour.
Goatfriend, if I remember correctly, if you go over land with just normal little villages, so not very populated, it's about 500 feet, then smaller cities, smaller towns, 1,000 feet, and large cities, I think it's 2,000, correct?
No, it's overpopulated areas always 1,000 feet, and non-populated areas is 500.
So there's no limit anymore regarding big cities with 2,000 feet?
No,
Okay.
no. We even have a transit route through over Cologne, which is only 1,000 feet above the ground. And it's a very scary feeling when you know the engine quits. You have like 20 seconds, and there's nowhere to land.
No.
The only thing you can do is pull the parachute.
But I mean,
Very quickly.
Yeah. I mean, there you have. But then I talked to Herbert about this, and he said, because I asked him, you know, you're over land or somewhere, and then you have an engine failure. Would you pull the chute every time, or would you rather glide down somewhere and find a field or something, a flat place to put the aircraft down? He said, yeah, of course. Because if you pull the parachute, that's it. You break the plane.
That's right.
Because when it comes down vertically, especially when it's got a high wing setup, it's just not designed to take that kind of force vertically down. You will survive, so that's good, you know, with the parachute. But the aircraft doesn't survive that well.
But you have an insurance and you're alive. And I heard about many people don't pull the parachute and try to land the aircraft, stall the aircraft, and die.
Yeah. So one of those decisions you're gonna make.
You need to do it in seconds, in milliseconds.
Well, I think exactly. It's a good topic because again, it shows you just can't, you know, sit back and just look at the scenery. You've got to always stay ahead of the aircraft and then have a contingency plan, right? So, you know, if you're flying over a populated area, right, have a strategy, like a canned decision, right? And then the engine quits, you already know what to do. Because if the engine quits and you have no plan, well, you're doomed, really. So you'd be very lucky to survive that.
Yeah. And on the weekend, we did a tour from Göteborg southwards the Swedish coast, and then we crossed to Bornholm, and from Bornholm to Rügen, and there was a lot of water below us. And when the engine quits, you are in the water, and I think it's not fun to wait an hour or two until someone comes and rescues you.
Well, you would only survive that in summertime, when the temperature's like 20 degrees. Anything like 10 to 15 degrees, you can't survive very long in those temperatures.
That's right, yeah.
Unless you have protective gear on, or a boat or something,
Yeah.
a dinghy to jump.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan to fly over open waters. Abbott has some plans to fly to Lampedusa and Pantelleria, which is a lot of water to fly to, but I'm not very impressed about it. I don't like this.
No. Danny, one thing I was wondering as well, like Amsterdam is very sensitive to noise, and they want to reduce the night flights, but still, even there's still 70 flights inbound that land at midnight local. At Frankfurt, there's no flights in that anymore. Standard. Yeah. So takeoff is normally 11 in the evening. That's the takeoff limit. Landing, you can get permission to land until midnight, but then you have to be flying these special RP procedures. Let's see if I can call one of those up. In Frankfurt, for example, let's do that. Give an example, 25 left. I think it's the RP Yankee. Yeah. Let me go and... Right, so we could send further now, down to 3,000. Just have a look at the approach here. So 4,000 umpair, and then we should be able to fly the approach from here. So approach is armed. So, here is the chart. Hold on. So there we go. So that's the RP Yankee 25 left, and that's being used between 23 local time and 5 in the morning local time. And you can see that routing takes you around the bigger cities. So it takes you around populated area, and the final descent out of Titut, that's only 5 miles out of 2,000 feet, 5 miles from the runway threshold. So maybe I should show you guys that sometime on stream, how to fly that. Right, glide path is there, gears coming down. Yeah, delayed flights, return flights if you like, they can go until midnight, but that's not scheduled flights. So these are flights that have, for some reason, had huge delay during the day, or have to return because of some issue or something, or even emergency flights. And the biggest thing really is the limitations come because of the fact that there is no more passport control. Hey, Solarwings, bonjour, monsieur. Nice to see you. Solarwings, I guess you're very busy at the moment, right? But nice to see you, Solarwings. Hope you're doing well. I'm used to the the 737 or Airbus vertical descent speeds. Here you just going 90 knots, just descend at 500 feet per minute or less even. That's fine. Good, good, good. Yeah, me, I'm very, very busy at the moment flying IRL, so summertime. And I have to say, the airports are so crowded. It's unbelievable. I came back home to Bremen like 3 or 4 days ago. 3 days, I think. And there was 4 aircraft that arrived at the same time. So it was Frankfurt, Munich, Antalya, and the Ryanair flight. And the luggage or the baggage claim area was so crowded. I've never seen that before, ever, in 25 years or 23 years of commuting to Bremen. Unbelievable. It's not even. Yeah, nice. It's not even completely summertime yet. Right, so the big summer holidays haven't even started yet. Yeah, Danny, yeah, exactly. It's so strange. I enjoy these flights so much. I just look outside and I really enjoy that scenery and the lighting, etc. So, and even though I'm fighting with the trim a little bit, it's still beautiful. I still really enjoy it. Look and see the waves there. It's these little things I really enjoy, and it's a flight sim.
Sometimes see pictures from the flight simulator, then you can't really say if it is real or if it is from the simulator.
Yeah, there's some videos, and I admire them. Those content creators. They do some post processing as well, or when they render the video. And like Brendel says, it looks so realistic. It's scary. Yeah, this says payware, yeah. But it's definitely worth the price. I mean, I've seen so many really rubbish add-ons that supposedly cost $40 or something, and luckily I've never gotten most of them. So. But this is worth every little cent it costs. It really is. And we're not even exploring all of the technical things we could do with this. So pressurized cabin, you can go 30,000 feet or something. It's fast. It can go high. It's got all the little gimmicks here with the GTN. Sounds are brilliant. I'm not sure. No, it's Brennelt, the maker again. You know the Cessna?
Flight Sim World, FSW.
Yeah, FSW. So Flight Sim World, I think. Try that.
Flight Simware, sorry.
Oh, sorry, Flight Simware. Yeah, exactly. So Flight Simware.
So let's park here and let's look for a hotel.
No, so Mike or Mikba, there's a freeware version of the GTN. But if you want to use the gimmicks like the Navigraph charts, etc., then you have to have the payware. You can. There's some GTN, the normal Microsoft GTN stock stuff you can have as well. But yeah, I've got the with all these companies. I'll get you the name in a second here. No, it's not from Flight 1, no. It's late. Isn't it, Danny? It doesn't have to do with anything that's late. It has to do with that. I'm old. it's these infos. GTN. It's a 3-letter.
PDS. PDS has the other one, but it's not recommended.
PMS. Yeah, exactly. So I have the PMS. I can give you the link, so that you can find out what it's about. Yeah, thanks, Brenold. Yeah. So.
But the other one is not recommended because when you would like to update the IRAC, you need to buy it directly from Garmin, which is very expensive.
Yeah.
And so I would not buy this one.
Well, I have so I mean, so for the purposes, there's a free version, GTN 750 free, and then there's a premium version with some more functionality. And I do use the premium version, but again, I mean, it all depends on what you want to do with it. And
the premium version has some additional functions. For example, a descent calculator, a additional autopilot page where you can control aircrafts which are not able to have an autopilot standard for default. For example, my twin plane does not have an autopilot by default, and so I will use the special autopilot page for that.
So there we go. Let's shut down the engines. Avionics goes offline.
Interesting. When you switch off engines, you hear these click, 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 click from the engines.
Yeah, the heat of the radiators. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool. So let's do that. Does it have custom gyro drift or faulty default? To that, I am honestly not knowledgeable enough if it has any of these features. Now, I can show you what it has in here. Checklist, fuel, seats, weather. I don't think it has a failure system yet, Bruno, does it?
I don't know exactly, but I know they are about to model the circuit breakers.
Okay.
Some of them are already working, but not all.
Yeah. Good. PyRep is filed, so that means, Brenold, we have
Wonderful.
how many flights left on this tour?
3, 4,
Yeah.
4 or so.
Yeah. And then you said one final longer flight.
Yeah, I will add this to the tour.
Mm-hmm.
Going to Svalbard, I think it is in English, or Norway, Norsk.
Yeah, and then yeah, we'll announce that a little bit ahead of time so that people can maybe join us.
Yeah, using an Boeing or Airbus plane or something else.
Right, Nuro, that was you flying along, correct? Who was flying?
Good
along?
night, Black Box.
Danny, good night to you. Thank you so much.
Alex flew with
Alex, yeah, sorry, Alex, not Nuro. Yeah, that was a previous flight, and then Alex flew along. Yeah, I had my my labels off. Is that F6? I think. Let's have a look. Yeah, so yeah, Captain Alex, there we go. F6 is the key.
Good
That's what I can
night,
see.
black box.
Nice. Yeah, again, guys, stay tuned next week regarding next stream. I can't officially announce anything yet because I got standby duty and a lot can happen. So hopefully I'll be back by next Wednesday to stream. With some luck, it could even be Tuesday. But yeah, I wish you all already, even though it's just getting Thursday now, I wish you already a wonderful weekend. It's Pfingstwochenende, right? So yeah, have some lovely days off and enjoy. And the weather's supposed to be good here, at least in Germany. So, Alex, thanks for flying along. Nice to have you along here. And Celestial Navigator to you as well. Thank you so much for saying hello. And yeah, my dear friends, thank you so much for watching, for supporting, and I will see you again soon. Until then, as always, stay safe, everyone. Good night.